Hey guys! So this is my first update. Pretty much this is my second full day here because I didn't get here in Traverse City until Saturday night because I took the bus, like a lot of you know, which was a ton of fun. That's a lie. But it wasn't that bad. I think I just didn't get much sleep. So the first night I was here, I slept a ton. Pretty much though, a lot's been going on. I guess not too much, but I've had a lot of fun so far. My roommates are really cool. Nikki and Taylor, who aren't here right now, obviously, because I'm making a video and I think it might be a little awkward for them to be here while I try to make a video. Anyways, the first night I was here, we didn't do too much. I came in the middle of a meeting, actually. Pretty much, other than that, we got to the rooms and unpacked and everything. Kind of hung out. I went to bed fairly early. I went to bed like 10:30. A lot of people stayed up really late because I was just so tired. But I woke up the next morning and I felt fine. And we, woke up, a little bit later. Went to church. The church is really cool. I like that church a lot, which is super cool. What did we do last night? We kind of just did a lot of orientation stuff. Kind of just getting the feel for what's going on. You got a lot of, getting to know each other, which has been really cool and lots of fun. We've also, what did we do? I'm trying to think what we did yesterday, but I can't think of it right now. I'm going to have to get back to you. Just kind of like spacing. We had dinner, which was actually pretty okay. It wasn't like terrible. It wasn't like Mesa Calf food for everybody who goes there and understands what I'm saying. We had our, that's what we did. We did our first small groups, which was super awesome, and we shared our soul to souls. I was really nervous about mine. I definitely stumbled a lot, and I feel like I didn't make any sense at all. I just kind of was like, blah, everywhere, which like kind of sucked because I didn't want to be everywhere, and I was anyways. So that kind of sucked. Like, it like stunk that I definitely could have like taken my time and maybe prepared for it a little more so that I wouldn't have stumbled so much, but I did, and I guess I'll probably have a lot more opportunity where I'll feel more comfortable with everybody to share, I guess, my story and everything. But it was really cool to like hear everybody else's stories and really connect in a small group area rather than, there's 40 of us here, and so it was really good to connect with small groups, the second day we were here. We didn't finish all of our Soul to Souls. There's 2 more girls that have to go. So we're going to do those tomorrow, I think. So that was really cool, though, that we got to do that. And then today was super fun. We got up, we got up at 9. We had from 9, whatever time in the morning we wanted to wake up. I got up at 9 because I like to sleep. But, so I got up at 9 and kind of, got into the Word, and we went to our first talk, our first meeting, I guess, not talk, meeting, this morning at 9:30, and that was super cool. Like, we talked, we just kind of talked a lot about where, like, right now, because the, transformed is the theme, and the first thing that we're doing is, transformed by His Word. And so we went and we talked about, 1 Peter, who a lot of you know is my favorite book in the Bible, so that was super cool to be like the first one we went through. So we went through a little bit of 1 Peter and just kind of tore it apart, which was super cool. Like, I'm really glad we got to do that. I guess I can talk a little bit about that because that's really cool. I really hope this video is not too long and everybody hates me for making really long videos, but hopefully they load fast too. First thing we went over was 1 Peter chapter 2, 1 through 8, and we really just tore it apart, and we like tore apart the verses, a lot, which is super cool. I really like that. We went and kind of defined a couple of like really like significant words. So if you get a chance, read that those verses. Sorry, that was my friend, and she kind of came in, and that's okay. So we did that, which was like super cool, and then later we went job searching. I got a job at McDonald's. I wasn't too happy about that at first, but I'm okay with it now. I didn't really want a McDonald's job, but then I decided that you know, whatever God wants me to do, I'll do. And so that's when I did. Like, I ended up getting a job. But right away, actually, we went in, filled applications, got interviews, like, a few hours after we did our applications, and then got called a couple hours after we did our interviews, which is super cool. And we're each working getting this. There's 4 different McDonald's in the area, and there's 20-something of us that applied. I think it's about 5 of us each McDonald's, which is super cool. So then, after we got back, we, you know, kind of hung out for a little while, and then we went to our second, talk, and we played a few games, did a few other things, and then the second thing we went over, you know, still transformed by His Word, but we talked about, Psalms 1. If you should probably read that. It's really good. But we talked about, like, you know, our strong foundations, and that everything is just focused on a foundation, which was, like, super cool. Like, I really, really love Psalm 1. Like, it's really good, and it's really cool. Like, we tore it apart again, and that was, like, super cool. But, like, some of, like, the really important things that we talked about was, like, you know, having a really strong, like, foundation. You have, like, the first person who, you know, goes to the Lord and hears His Word and puts it into practice. And, like, that's, like, the person that has, you know, that strong, like, godly foundation. And then, like, the weak foundation, which is, like, person 2. And someone who hears the Word but doesn't put it into action is what, or, like, practice is what, you know, we talked about. You know, they don't have, you know, that strong foundation. They may, you know, you probably know it. I mean, you know, they don't, I guess I shouldn't go too much into that. It's not a Bible study thing. It's just me talking about what's going on. But that was super cool, and we kind of sort of got into that. And then, which was super duper cool, we went and had our extended time with Jesus. And that was a lot of fun. I went and I climbed a tree because it sounded fun, and I wanted to be like Katniss a little more. But I wanted to be like Katniss, and I climbed a tree. And I sat in a tree, and I kind of moved around a lot. It was kind of hard. I climbed up and up, and I got like a little more than halfway up, which is super cool. And I said, like, kind of just sat up there a lot, and just kind of, I listened to a lot of, you know, music, and I just kind of soaked in Jesus. Like, that's, I guess, the only way to explain it. It was really cool, and I went, and we did that, and then I, like, kind of started watching the sunset go down. And funny story, I guess, last thing I should probably tell you, funny story was, I had my iPod on me. I didn't have my phone because I was using my iPod, and I haven't changed my time yet. Well, I changed it once on the way here, so it's only an hour difference. Technically, Colorado's a 2-hour difference from here, but my iPod's an hour different right now. So I was in the tree, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I should probably get down, you know, sun's starting to go down, but it's, you know, it's only 9, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go for a run. You know, so I get back to where we're staying, it's in the dorms, which wasn't that very far from where I was, and I was like, saw my friend, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go for a run, like, you know, it's gonna be fun, I'm gonna go for a run, and, you know, whatever. So she was planning on having a phone call at 10, and I was like, oh, you have plenty of time, you're like an hour, and she's like, no, I have 10 minutes, so that was my awkward moment of thinking it was an hour difference. The sun doesn't go down until, like, 10 here, which is really cool, but, like, totally, like, not what I'm used to. So that was kind of funny, but I did end up going for a small run with a friend of mine, and that was really cool. It was fun. I could breathe. I, like, feel like I could actually breathe, and I feel like I'm glad I can get in shape, but that's what's happened so far. Oh, and so you all know, we are going on a 7-day social media fast, and I'm glad, but kind of worried. I really like Twitter, and I like Instagram. So after midnight tonight, there will be no more Twitter or Instagram or Facebook for me. So this is the last video for 7 days. Hopefully I can do a new one, and I'll just, you know, kind of update you. Probably not this long. Let's hope not, since this is only 2 days and I have a lot to say. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope everybody's having a good summer, and I love to hear about how God is just working in your lives, and yeah, pretty much have a great summer, and God bless you.